scary. That's a fight I'd be really scared to watch, but at the same time, very excited. I have to ask you before we wrap this up, Deontay Wilder's obviously supposed to face Andy Ruiz, but he's now calling out Anthony Joshua. If the two were to finally fight, who do you favor to win in that?
Wait, Ruiz?
Anthony Joshua.
Fighting what? Wilder?
Deontay Wilder's now called him out officially.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that'd be a great fight. Let's, yeah, man. Because they both. I think Joshua's like his kind of style is like more well-rounded, and he's got power in both hands. Whereas Wilder, I mean, he's a bit quicker, and he's got obviously that devastating right hand. But they're both kind of like different kind of like he's more of like a sniper, Wilder, and Joshua is more like a I don't know, glass cannon. No, joking. Nah. I think it's going to be a good fight, and like different kind of like he's more of like a sniper, Wilder. And Joshua is more like a, I don't know, glass cannon. No, joking. I think it's going to be a good fight, and like, yeah.
Muggins is brutal right now. You know it's bad, yeah. You know it's bad when they're absolutely independent news recorders are joining in. There was a time, yeah, where people like Coogan, people like Michelle, the Fire Phelps. If it was something controversial, you could see them stiff-faced, like, you know what I mean? Like, put it this way. Yeah, guess what? AJ, there's been rumours he's got a bit of a glass chops for years. But in the past, if it was brought up, back in, let's say in AJ's prime, yeah, 2018 or whatever, if someone brought it up, you'd see Coogan like, yeah, or you'd see Michelle not laughing. But now, everyone thinks he's washed. That's how you know someone's wrote off or not. So you can when news people start showing they're not neutral and they start in it. Back in the day, back in 2018, Joe Joyce was a nobody. There's no way Michelle the Fire Phelps would have been laughing along with one of Joe Joyce's Anthony Joshua deprecating jokes, innit? Before it was all about AJ and oh, we best not rock the boat with AJ. Now everyone's happy to have a quick jump. You know what I mean? Everyone's happy to jump on Johnston. It's kind of bad. It's peak for him. But anyway, end of the day, man, he ain't got no one to blame but himself. And no one to blame but himself. The YB been trying to pass that big buff dude the game for how many years now? He ain't want to listen. And all of his corny fans. Oh, YB, you're wrong. AJ is a politician now and he can do both. And oops. Yeah. Oops. It's not rocket science here. But, oh, YB, you're wrong. He can do it. He's different. He can do... Yeah, he can do that. He got punched up by the midget. He got punched up by Mr. Blobby. Yeah? Get the guy out of it. I ain't trying to hear no more from that guy. A big buff dude trying to pull up on students. I ain't got a problem. Should AJ pull up on students? Absolutely. But just make sure you pull up on the man you're supposed to be pulling up on first, 100%. Yeah, who would have complained? Do you think I'd have complained about AJ checking the corny students if he'd have handled his business? Absolutely not. I'd have been the first one saying, yeah, do your thing. Yeah? Check them students the same way you checked Usyk, but you didn't do that. You turned up against Usyk and then said, oh, I didn't know I was losing. Oh, my team didn't tell me. You know what? What do you mean your team didn't tell you? What, your team didn't tell you that you was hanging on the ropes in the last round, about to fall over from exhaustion? You know what I'm saying? Stop lying. Yeah? Well, wait a minute. You're a big buff heavyweight boxer, and your team needs to tell you that the midget's still in there in round 12. Anyway, wait a minute. As far as heavyweight boxing goes, it's about the KO. So don't tell me you weren't sure about the result when you're in round 12 of a midget and you're still there. You should have been thinking, wait a minute. The very fact I'm in here with this dude is a problem. Yeah? But anyway, we just heard there from Joe Joyce. Oh yeah, by the way, let me say a big shout out to my doggy, Alex O, for coming through and boosting the coin at 100%. Christmas coins, 100%. Know that about it. So we just heard there from Mr. Joe Joyce. El Juggernaut. He's the juggernaut right now. He's running things right now. This man here, he's the bull of the division. That's what it is. Everyone, for example, Tyson Fury will punk Alexander Usyk. Alexander Usyk will punk Tyson Fury having a draw with Derek Chisora. I've got videos coming soon here, but what you'll notice is no one is punking Joe Joyce. That's just what it is. That's not me. That's not you. That's just the facts. The facts are, and no one trying to run in it, and no one trying to talk a certain type of way about Joe Joyce right now, which is very unusual. No one's got in it. No one's really on it like that with Joe, and there's a reason for that. He got the chops, he got the cardio, and people say he don't punch hard, or he punches slow. I mean, people was telling me, YB, Joe Parker, he's so slick and he's so powerful. Oops. You know what I'm saying? Even Dubois. He's so slick, he's so powerful. Punched up. And for all we know, yeah, all jokes aside, yeah, I backed Daniel Dubois to be better than he is, or better than he showed in his last fight. But thinking about it now, I mean, we all said, Daniel Dubois, he was able to survive 10 rounds with Joe Joyce, and, you know, Dubois, I was saying, Dubois clearly has a good chin, because he was able to hold shots for 10 rounds. But I'm thinking now, yeah, looking at things, for all we know, Daniel Dubois wasn't the same after the Joe Joyce fight. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's well known in boxing. When people have certain fights, it can change them. It can change their chops. And looking at how Dubois got hit once, really, we haven't seen Dubois. Who has hit Dubois since he fought Joe Joyce? No one has. So the first time, really, someone's hit him half sharp, and he's doing a stanky leg. He's dropping it low. So for all we know, Joe Joyce changed that man's DNA. Yeah? Changed his bonds. Changed the format of his bonds. For all we know now, Dubois got no chops. And that's because of Joe Joyce. Because his chops was just fine. In the Joe Joyce fight, Daniel Dubois' chops was just fine. Now all we know is, there's random dudes now. I mean, Dubois, who looked solid before, he's looking like AJ now, isn't it? Let's be real. Daniel Dubois is looking like AJ number 2. Out of nowhere. I don't believe in coincidences like that. Joe Joyce, and he was... Let's not forget, Dubois had a big pork pie in his eye. That wasn't from nothing. That was because Joe Joyce kept popping him. Popping his bonds all night. So for all we know, yeah. Yes, Joe Joyce didn't hit Dubois with a one-hitter quitter. But as we know, it's the repetitive blunt force trauma. Those are the ones that have long-lasting effects. So for all we know, Dubois was fine. He got his Nelly rattled for 10 rounds from Joyce, and over the months and years that have gone on since then, the long-term damage is set in, and now any man can pop Dubois on the side of his Nelly, and it's all the way down bad. You understand? So like I said, Joe Joyce, he got the chops, he got the work rate and the cardio, and he got the blunt force trauma. Who want that one? No one want that one. No one want that one. And that's why Michelle is laughing along, because she knows he the bull right now, 100%. Joe Joyce is the bull of the heavyweight division. Yeah? I'm just going to call a spade here. Who won it? Usyk don't want it. Usyk will retire before doing anything to do with Joe Joyce. Part of me hopes, yeah, Tyson Fury pulls out of an injury. Although actually no, that means Dubois got next. Yeah. Get Dubois out of here. I ain't trying to see no more from Dubois. Dubois no good. Yeah? He big and buff and he no good. Get him out of here. Joe Joyce the bull. And he punking. Guess what? And that's why, if you hear this exchange, Joyce says, Wilder's like a sniper. Tick, that's true. And Anthony Joshua is like a cannon. A glass one. Oh my god. That was punking, but then he kind of walks it back. Obviously, and that's the thing, Joe Joyce isn't confrontational. Truth be known, Joe Joyce is a nice man. I think he's nice to a fault. I think he's nice to a fault in terms of promotion, and I think he's nice to a fault in terms of his own career. That said, listen man, if I was Joe, I'd be out here. I'd be saying, listen, Johnston is a glass cannon. What's he gonna do? What are you gonna do? Yeah, and if you think, listen Johnston, if you think you're not a glass cannon, come do something about it. Come show me. Yeah? Come show me how you're not a glass cannon. Yeah, come show me how you haven't got a glass cannon chops. That's what you should be saying. That's how you promote yourself. That's how Joe Joyce should be promoting himself right now. Johnston, you got no chops. Yeah, come let me show the UK public how much of a no chops have an arse you are. Yeah, I'm gonna pop you right on your chops so you can jump on the floor. That's what I'll be saying. That's what you should be saying. Because guess what? That puts, we know boxing, we know men in general have egos. Guess what? If Joe Joyce sits there, oh, AJ's good, Wilder's good, No one care about that one. If you're out here, if I was Joe Joyce, if I was advising Joe Joyce, I'll be telling him to be out here punking all these guys. I'll be saying, Dillian White, I don't know about your ankle, yeah? But if you fight me, you have much more problems than a twist ankle. Yeah, a twist ankle will be the last of the problems you got with me. 100%. Dillian, you got about rematch. Dillian, you got no chin. You're another one. No chin, have an ass, dude. You just went life and death with some next Don called Franklin and no one heard of. Yeah? 50-50. You're in there going 50-50 and you got washed by Povetkin. Get this guy out of it, 100%. Joe Joyce right now should be out here publicly punking everyone. Dillian, no good. Anthony Lossua, no good. Both of them are glass cannons. And to be honest, I'm not even sure about the cannon reference. Because to be a cannon, you actually have to blow someone up. Who was Anthony Lossua blown up in the last 10 years? Go on. He ain't blown no one up. Yeah? He ain't blowing no one up. He ain't. Listen, the only one Anthony Lossua will be blowing up is Angel Fernandez booty. 100%. That's the big facts. Yeah? The only thing getting blown up around AJ is Mr. Fernandez booty. That's what it is. That's just what it is. That's not me. That's not you. That's what the bottom line facts. There's nothing else getting blown up. Yeah? Big facts. And that's, I think I've been saying for a long time, I think part of the problem is AJ be spending way too much energy blowing up some next on his back. Yeah? And not thinking about what he's supposed to be blowing up. Yeah? But AJ's like, but YB, I'm 3-0 blowing up Fernandez booty hole. That don't count, AJ. Yeah? The fact you've got 3 back-to-back victories blowing up Angel Fernandez booty, that don't mean nothing to your resume. You can't put that on the resume. Yeah, you can't call box record a WBC and say, I've just gone 3-0 inside Fernandez booty hole, and yeah, I'm undefeated 100%. I'm undefeated, and you know what I mean with this guy. Yeah, you can't be doing that one. No one care about that one. You ain't getting no ratings for that one. Yeah, I'll be going hard in his booty hole. I'm not trying to hear that one. Yeah. What you do in the ring is what matters, and not his ring either. In the ring, not his ring, 100%. I think that's the problem with AJ. He got it all a bit confused. Yeah. But I've got many victories in next man's ring. You know what I'm saying? No one's there. Too much of these new age guys, man. These new age guys, they're iffy. To say the least, yeah, these new age guys are iffy, 100%. Anyway, my doggy Joe Joyce, he running things right now. He the bull. There's only one bull. Yeah, and the rest of these other dons, they're she-males, 100%. Joe Joyce is the bull. He looking out here, looking for some prey right now. He looking for some prime bitches right now, 100%. Who wants them? Who want it? That's what Joe Joyce should be out here right now. Who want it? Who wants them? Yeah, Usyk, you're too small, and you're too scary as well. Usyk don't want it. Yeah, all the Usyk man fans, they give it this one, they don't want it. They don't. Yeah, Usyk's been not wanting it. Usyk's been ducking Joyce for the last 18 months, 2 years now. He don't want it. Fury, I mean, the fact Fury says he'll fight Joyce tells you he don't want it. You know what I'm saying? When Tyson Fury says he wants to fight someone, you know that's we've had that one before, haven't we? Yeah. Anyway, Joe, carry your beat, carry the promo is what I'm saying. And there's no reason you shouldn't have let that one hang. Yeah, Lossua is a glass cannon. Oops, what's he gonna do? Yeah, there's no need to walk it back. There's no need to laugh it off. What? Yeah, come make me laugh it off. And listen, fair play. Listen, if AJ can go in there with Joe Joyce and make him laugh it off, then you know what I'm saying? 100%. Lossua, end of the day, you got a glass chops. And if you ain't, come show the public, come show the UK public how you ain't got one. I'm telling you, trust me, you'll be praying for a glass chops by the time I finish you. Because if you ain't got one, I'll punch it into you like Dubois. Oops, innit? Big facts. I've just explained to you. Even if you ain't got a glass chops, when you go in there with Joe Joyce, you're gonna leave with one. Same as, that's not me. Just look at Dubois. Yeah, Dubois went in there, big and burly and young and fresh, 22-year-old. Nice virgin chops. And what happened to him? He's spent right now. Yeah, listen, Dubois got hooker chops right now, loose. Dubois' chops is loose. Any man have a go on it right now. Call me a liar. Did or did not, any man, Kevin Lorena, come in and pop him on his chops. Oops. Yeah, he lose. Anyway, Joe Joyce right now, he the number one. He the bull. That's what it is. And if anyone don't like it, sign the contract, send contract. Until that point, until someone sends a contract and fills Joe Joyce in, he's the number one and he's the bull of the division right now. I ain't trying to hear no more. Not Usyk, not Fury, not no one. That's what it is. Yeah? Because no one has a better chin, no one has a better engine, and no one has better knockouts. Bearing in mind, I may have argued with this, well, why be Tyson Fury? Tyson Fury, I mean, let's call a spade here. Who here thinks Joe Joyce would go 10 rounds with Chisora? I don't. I think Joe Joyce stops Chisora cold well before 10 rounds. That's my opinion. But I thought the same about Tyson Fury. So part of me thinks that'd be a fight. No, it's not. That's no good. But part of me thinks, you know what? Why not? Let's prove a point here. Tyson Fury couldn't do nothing with Chisora. Let's see if Joe Joyce can do something with him. And you watch, Joe Joyce will go in there, yeah, punch Chisora up, and everyone will say, oh, yeah. But no, not one person will be saying, oh, but he went easy because they're friends. Do you know what I'm saying? I can't stand corny people anyway. Number one bull right now, Joe Joyce in the building, 100%. He punking Johnston. I'd love that fight. I'd love to see, to be fair, I want to see Joshua versus Joe Joyce. I want to see Joshua versus Wilder. They're both interesting fights. I will back Wilder and Joyce to beat AJ. That's how I feel, because both men I feel will come to win, and that's worth so much. When you're going into a fight and there's coins on the line, I'm backing the man who wants to win over. Even if AJ's a bit more technical than whoever, that don't mean nothing. Being more technical in the heavyweight division in particular don't mean nothing. That gets you so far, but we've shown now being technical, well, you lost to a man half your size, so it's worth nothing really in the heavyweight division. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Smash the like button, subscribe, and lick off the bell. No doubt about it, 100%.